Welcome back, everyone. This is Spiritually Guided. I'm going to be channeling a message for what we need to hear today. This reading should be posted maybe January 16, let's say. I'm going to say that now. January 16. Spirit, what does my collective need to hear? Please allow me to clear the energy and allow me to channel the proper messages that my collective needs to hear. Please enable them to have an open spirit to these messages. Please protect my energy as I channel these messages. Thank you, Spirit. Please give me the discernment to understand the downloads. Please clear this energy as I channel this new message from my collective. What do they need to hear? What does my collective need to hear later this week? Being called to start here. I'm gonna move all of these away. I'm being called to start here. Spirit, what does my collective need to hear? What is my collective currently going through that they need to know about? What does my collective need to hear? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's what I heard. Tears reversed. Wow. No more crying for you, my friend. No more crying for you, my friend. No more crying for you, my friend. Okay? What is my collective done crying about, Spirit? What is my collective done crying about? What is my collective done crying about? Bottom of the deck, adventure reversed. Something's over. And you no longer feel tied down to it. Lovers. Ooh, wow. No more tears for you, my friend. That's what I got. Okay. So this is what I'm getting. I'm getting the energy of obviously an old relationship, romantic relationship, where there was a lack of compromise and a lack of experiences. I'm hearing maybe this wasn't a fun relationship. It wasn't somewhere where you guys had mutual. You see how the ash just fell on experiencing? I don't feel you guys had a lot of mutual fun experiences, you know? There was a lack of compromise and a lack of fun in the relationship. And I feel like what you're done crying about was how naive you've been. Maybe initially you were like, well, I'll just go with the flow, moment to moment, let's just see. But this was very naive of you, and you're noticing this now. You have lost faith in this relationship, you know? You're done projecting what you wanted out of it, and you're now, you know, seeing it for what it is. There's no new vision, there's no future for this, right? I don't normally try to keep this on. I keep trying to keep this alive. So maybe that's what this other person's doing. They're trying to keep it alive, but it's meant to die down, right? Spirit, tell me, what is the masculine, not the masculine, what is this other party? the ex-lover here, how are they, what's their energy? What's their energy? Zero effort. This is somebody who was not pressed. This is somebody who made it seem like, no big deal. You want to be here? Be here. But I'm not taking you out on dates. We're not going out. I don't feel like going out. I don't feel like compromising. Spirit, give me the energy of this other person. Give me the energy of this ex-partner. What is the energy of the ex-partner? So that they know if this reading is about them. Wow, this is crazy. Literally won't move a foot. It's just not happening. Nope. Nope. It's like a refusal, you know? Give me the energy of this partner, please, for confirmation. An energy for this partner for confirmation. This is potentially somebody who... Wow. Look at this. This person was take. Take everything but the stress off of you. They'll take everything, receptivity and abundance. They'll take everything from you except your worries, except your stress. That they didn't care about. That's crazy. Spirit, can you, why is my collective done crying about this? Why is my collective done crying about this? What happened? I have to hurry because my phone's gonna die. Why is my collective done crying about this? Or why should they stop crying about this? And inside of here, this was flipped. No more sorrow. But why? Why is my collective done crying about this? Oh, wow. Okay, I got called that way. I'm gonna follow myself. Why is my collective done crying, please? Why is my collective done crying? What happened as to why my collective is done crying? Why is my collective done crying? I lovingly accept myself reversed. Okay? So maybe you were someone who was loving this person, dique, that's a Dominican phrase, unconditionally. And now you're realizing, hold up. I gotta put that towards myself now. Okay? That unconditional love should only be for yourself. Not for an outsider. Not for somebody that you have a choice. My light attracts light, reversed. And you are not alone, reversed. So you gave up on this. You've given up on this. You're done crying over this. No tears. Because you've realized that you need to love yourself more than you love this other person. You've realized that this person has left you alone for the majority of the relationship, that you're doing the emotional work by yourself. Okay? This person is potentially only blowing on the flame, trying to keep her alive. But you're the one taking the lighter. Okay? You're the one taking the lighter. And even then, that shit is hard. Man, that shit won't light. That shit don't want to be lit. Okay? That's the energy I'm getting. This person just blow on the flame. Breadcrumb. Okay? But you're the one putting the fire to it. And I think you finally learned that the same way that your light attracts light, your darkness attracts darkness as well. And maybe you pulled this person in when you were in a very low place, and you've grown beyond that now, and you believe in yourself to have grown beyond that now. Okay? You know that you're at a higher vibration now, and that person no longer matches your frequency. thought this was stains. I think it is actually. But all right. Let's look into some advice. Spirit, what advice should I give my collective? What message is there for my collective on this situation? Wow. Look at how that spilled over. I am fulfilled by love reversed. So maybe it's time to stop pouring into things that don't fulfill you, that actually drain you. Stop pouring into things that drain you. Spirit, can you... Wow, look at what was stuck in here. Knight of Cups reversed. It's definitely time to pull back any sort of romantic energy from this person if you still had any budding feelings for them. Spirit, what advice do you give my collective for how to move on from this? What is the advice for my collective for this situation? What is the advice? What is the advice? Come home to your body. You're being called to meditate, to ground yourself. See what's at the bottom. Manifesting is my superpower. You're called to attract something much better. And believe in yourself to attract something much better. I am supported on my path. Okay? So your spirit guides are with you in all of this. Okay? What advice do we have for the collective, please, Spirit? What advice? Don't fight this person anymore. Don't give this person any more of your energy, whether that's emotional, anger, whatever it is. You need to completely detach from this person. What is the advice? What advice? You need to leave this person out in the cold. This person, and you need to make sure you realize that there's no future with this person. You need to kill any illusion of a future with this person. And with the King of Wands here, what I'm getting is... This is what I'm getting, but I'm getting that this is someone who... Actually, I'm going to clarify that. I don't want to give you the wrong message. Spirit, why is King of Wands here for advice? What is the advice regarding the King of Wands? Wow. So the King of Wands is a very wise person, okay? The King of Wands is wise. And you need to be wise at this moment and not trust easily. Don't fall for any old stories, okay, is what I'm getting. The time for growing, the time for budding love, the time for courtship has passed now. Okay, this person had the opportunity to do all those things when you were readily available and they chose not to. So you're being called to really be wise in leading this person out in the open, out in the cold. Do not invite this person back into your energy, back into your home. Wow. Beautiful, beautiful message. Spirit, any more advice? What's the last message from my collective here? What are the last messages from my collective? There goes one. Can I please get 3? Can I get 3? There goes another. Get clear. Barriers and receive healing. Wow. This also came out in the previous reading I just recorded. I don't know the order in which I'm going to post them, but receive healing. When I saw this number 1, I was thinking of January and the fact that we're in the new year. There's a lot of collective energy in the air, and you should use that, you should use that to move forward, transmute that for yourself, take advantage of it as much as you can, and then get clear, okay? We have get clear here. With get clear, what I'm getting is don't cut this person off or detach from reactivity, okay? The barriers you're gonna set have to come from clarity. You have to think, you have to analyze the situation. If you have to write it down and be like, this is what they did on this day, this is what they did on this day, you have to reach a level of clarity that makes it impossible for you to argue with yourself that they do deserve a second chance, or for them to argue with you that they deserve a second chance, okay? Wow, let's get one more. Spirit, what's gonna happen when they get clear? What waits for my collective once they get clear and put those boundaries up, their barriers up? What awaits my collective when they put the boundaries and the barriers up? What awaits my collective? What awaits my collective when they put those barriers up? I'm getting this one. What awaits my collective when they put their barriers up and they get clear on why this situation is over, why they, what their higher purpose is? What awaits my collective when they get, that's too many, Spirit. Oh, go to the blue. What awaits my collective once they get clear? What awaits my collective once they get clear? What awaits my collective? Thank you. I'm getting to take this in the upright. We have evaporation. I'll look into that. We have we are nature, become grounded embodiment, living in connection. So you're going to feel absolutely at peace with yourself, with your surroundings. We have the crowning here, initiation, thresholds, birth, rebirth, and then a seat at the table. Okay, so I'm getting that you're going to experience this other level of growth. You're definitely going to expand. You're going to be able to call in to your reality what you want. You're going to be able to manifest what you want more easily. I'm getting the word abundance. I'm getting the word sanity is what I just saw. Let's look at evaporation here. Let's see what I can get from the image. I'm getting that you're gonna overflow here in abundance. I'm getting that your abundance is going to be enough to water those around you. Let's see what the message is. We have gratitude and grace. Gratitude and grace. True abundance never dries up. In times of scarcity, gratitude is one of the most valuable gifts you possess. Focus on your life's blessings, however small they may appear, and open to the limitless flow of the universe. Okay, so pretty self-explanatory, but like I said, you're going to come into like a lot of abundance. You're going to be able to feel like you don't need this other person in order to have the abundance that belongs to you. Okay, I want to get one last message, please. I'm just going to part when I feel called to. One last message, please, for my collective, for advice. One last message. Believing is seeing. Okay, what I just got is that you may feel or may have felt at some point like you could never leave this person. This seems to be a very toxic situation. It could be short or long term is what I'm getting, but I'm seeing here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 months, 7 years could be significant. If not, 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks, 4 months, 4 years could be significant. But believing is seeing. You just have to do it so that you believe yourself. First, it has to come from the mind is what I'm getting. Remember how we were saying, get clear. Okay, get clear. Believing is seeing. So once you get clear, that is when you'll be able to manifest breaking away from this person. Okay, clear, 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 clear. Clear comes up again. That's confirmation. And we're being called to clear your karma. Okay. I hope this resonated. If it did, please leave a like on your way out. If you feel called to, please subscribe, as I'm trying to grow the channel. And hopefully I catch you on the next one.